toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the East Carolina Pirates offense will have the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They'll run the option. The give to the tailback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pirates getting set on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Makes one man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Pirates come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Russ. Brings into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pirates back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quickly complete. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Pirates are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuffed with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here. The result of the play stands.
Okay, ready?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires it. Connection to the right. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Memphis wants to move quickly. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Surging forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Looking down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Russ. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now they'll run it on the toss. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Got his man all by himself. Made a defender miss. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pirates.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays. On the field, you saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down, and guess what, nowadays 4th down, green light, we're gonna go for it anyways.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Memphis will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's got it for a big play. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, East Carolina. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far. You've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Rides the back on the option. The give. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
They give it to him again. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his target down the middle.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Looking to fire. The quick out. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the... Max going for the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Russ. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Working that left side now. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Pirates moving quickly to the line. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Going for it all. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
And the Pirates will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Pirates can really attack on this second and short. The give on the option. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Pirates want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got the quick pass. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Pirates are on the move. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Pirates. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. There he goes! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Creates a little room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on! And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Pirates trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Memphis will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay.
Touchdown, East Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Snags it quickly on the left. Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
The defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Osborne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Zings it complete to the right. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
56, Memphis 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.